Yo, people, what's going on? Back again for another episode of Footy Chat. Lee Gunners in the building. When Arsenal are through, blood.
Woo!
Bro.
I could not believe what I was witnessing last night. I was shocked.
Why, bro? You should know your football club. Who was I speaking to? I was speaking to someone and I said, bro, Arsenal are just gonna do it, bro. They just get it done, bro. Like I didn't know how many goals you needed. I didn't know how much you needed to win by, but I was just sure you would just get it done, bro. Like Arteta's a bit like Ollie in the sense that every time you think he's under pressure, these man pull out a performance, bro.
We only needed to win 1-0. Which is why when we bagged 4, goal disallowed as well. Bro, that first 30 minutes is the best I've seen us start a football match all season. Yeah, in fact, maybe for the whole time he's been manager. That was unbelievable, man. Such a quick start. And it weren't just the attackers. It was everybody was on the same page in that first 30 minutes. We just blew them away, man. Listen, they're not a great team. We knew that, but you've still got to go there and beat them. They're unbeaten in, I think, 18 months at home. Like in all competitions, I think that's pretty mad. I think that's the record. I might be wrong. It might just be their home games in the league, but I'm sure they ain't lost a game at all since December. Yeah, and that was in the Champions League. So yeah, man, I couldn't believe it, bruv. Smith Rowe, like on it, man. Double nutmeg for Pepe's goal. Pepe was fantastic. Lacazette, mate. Last week I was ripping him for missing that one-on-one. Yesterday he was on it, man. You could see right from the first whistle. Yeah, they weren't losing that game last night. But now we got Mr. Good Evening back again, bruv. I swear, and I think the second leg's at the Emirates as well. Yeah, like he must be buzzing, Emery. He must be thinking, right, I could go and knock them out on their own patch. Yeah, like they've sacked me, and like I can go and get a bit of revenge now. But I don't know, man. We should beat them. We should beat them. Yeah, they're not like great, bruv. Their team's shit, real talk. Yeah, their team is shit. The team they had out last night, I looked at it, yeah, bruv, it's dead. If we don't get into that final, then there's a steward's inquiry, mate.
Yeah, it's a mad one, isn't it? Like it's all set up for Arsenal versus Manchester United final, but I just don't feel like we're gonna see it because we won it. You know the one. Like we want it so badly. I think all the fans of both clubs, want to see that final. Like that's the best final you could hope for in the sense that the build-up alone will be better than the game because the game will be shit regardless. Do you know what I'm saying? But the build-up will be epic. You know them ones. Like there's no chance United play Arsenal and it's going to be a great end-to-end game and like it's not going to be that, innit? Like it's going to be super cagey. Arsenal,
bro, even when both teams were like top teams. It weren't ever that, was it? Really,
it wasn't really.
One team would like slap, like you slapped us.
Slap the other. Either we batter you, or you like give us a hiding. You know them one. It was kind of like that.
Yeah, see now, I think you're right. I think you'll get to the final, bro. I didn't see the Roma game. I see the highlights, but I was keeping watch on that while I was doing my watch along. Like Ajax had 75% possession in Roma's backyard, bruv.
Yeah, but bruv, that's exactly the kind of team we don't like playing against. The kind of teams that sit back here and allow us to play in front of them. Those are the teams we can't break down. We like the teams that come out. I mean, that's why I would have rather played Ajax. I said it.
Yeah, true. But I don't know, man. Edin Dzeko scoring the winner last night. Well, the goal that got through. It was the decisive goal. Mkhitaryan back again against you lot. Yeah, there's Chris Smalling. Can Chris Smalling play against you lot?
Of course he can, because he doesn't play for us no more. He's not on loan. They signed him permanently.
They signed him.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was still on loan.
No, he was on loan last season, and then I think this season is permanent, bro.
Right. So that adds a bit of extra spice to it as well. Then
Smalling, but that's what I mean. Like Dzeko, ex-Man City.
Yeah.
Smalling ex-United, Mkhitaryan ex-United, bro. Like, brother, you know what I mean? It's one of them ones, bro. It's all about the exes, bro. You know, like that. So, no, I'm saying it could be the exes coming back to haunt, man. Or, you know what I mean? Or we could just slap them and it's just, bro, all like full steam ahead to the final, bro. But honestly, I don't really know, bro. I find it hard.
Pedro from Chelsea's there, isn't it?
Exactly. That's what I mean. So I find it very hard to be like, yeah, I'm super confident we're gonna get to the final because United's lack of consistency, is what doesn't give me confidence. And not consistency maybe in results, but consistency in performances. Because I think we need a performance to get a result against Roma. If we don't play well, they'll stink the place out and stifle us, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like they will. They're happy to sit back, sucker punch, man. That's how they play, innit?
Yeah,
So,
that's true. That's true, man. Yeah, to allow Ajax to have 75% of the ball, bruv. Yeah,
and still beat them,
and still qualify. And the goal, Ajax were well unlucky. Yeah, I see the highlights. Right, Dzeko's goal. I think it was the first time they'd crossed halfway for about 10 minutes of the game or something. Yeah, right, and they've gone to whip the ball in. It was going nowhere near anyone. Yeah, it bounced off their Ajax defender, went straight to Dzeko, 5 yards out, tapping. I was like, you jammy bastards. But that's what Dzeko does, man. He's always in the right place at the right time, isn't it? Yeah, because his reading of the game is just mad. But yeah, that's a hard game, man. I agree with you. I think Ajax would have been an easier game because they'll play.
Exactly. They'll play, we'll hit them on the break with our pace and probably cause them a lot of problems. With these lots sitting back, I think it's definitely going to be a tale of two legs, bro. Like what happens at their place? I don't know who plays away first, bro. But hopefully we play away first, so at least we know what we have to do when we come home, because that's always my favorite thing to do. Do you know what I mean? But I wouldn't want the home leg first. Still,
you're at home, man. You're at home first.
Yeah. I didn't even know.
This month, home leg. We're away first.
Yeah, you want to get the away leg out of the way first, bruv. I'm not even gonna lie. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not sure, but I think we need to win the home leg.
Oh, 100%. You got to win that home leg, man. You can't concede a goal either. You give them a goal, man, they'll just do what typical Italian teams do when they've got a lead, mate. But
that's it. We have to win the home leg, man. If we give them anything to hold on to, like even a 1-1. If it's a 1-1 and we give them the away goal, go into theirs, with them parking the bus, I'm worried about them. Do you know what I'm saying? I think we need to take a lead into the game, which means that they're going to have to come out and play. Like, we have to put them in a situation where they have to win to go through. Because if they don't have to win to go through, these men are going to stifle this shit.
They'll just sit there and stink it out, and it'll be another semi for Ollie. But you know what? There's so many scenarios with this two legs, this two games, sorry. Like, we've obviously got Unai Emery, ex-manager. Francis Coquelin plays for them as well. He used to play for us. He could potentially knock us out, and then it's like, well, there you go, up yours, because you sacked me and now I've knocked your team out. And get to the final. Or we beat him, and it's like, see, we were right to sack him. Then on the flip side, Ollie's not won a trophy for you lot. He's never got past the semi. Can he get past the semi? If he does, no doubt he'll fucking fluke it, bruv, and win it. And no, I guarantee it'll be against us. If you're gonna win it, it's gonna be against us, bruv. Because I reckon, like,
he's never beat Arteta.
Yeah, but there you go. There's another one to add on to it. He's never beaten Arteta. He's never won a trophy for United as a manager.
And also, like, when man talk about like Ollie saying, "Oh, he's beat Pep and all these other things," he's never beaten him in the cup competition. So, do you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. In cup competitions, our records are non-existent. So, I just don't know, bruv. Like, I think cup competitions are more tactical because there's more in the line. A league game, you kind of go out there and whatever happens, innit? But I think a lot more goes into cup games. So I don't really know, bruv. Honestly, I do not really know, man. I don't really trust this guy, bruv. I'd love to think that our players are just good enough to win the next 3 games because it's 2 legs of a semi and then a final. But it's 3 games, man. Like, even 2 legs is a long time to beat. If you beat a team over 2 legs, most of the time you deserve it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And over 2 legs, if we beat Roma well, then I'll be like, all right, cool. I'll be going into the final with a bit more optimism. But I would have rather not had them. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, true. I think Ajax would have been better, of course. But listen, man, if this is it, you're lucky you're even in the competition, bruv. Let's be real. Yeah, because you got knocked out the Champions League. I personally think that anyone who gets knocked out the Champions League shouldn't be allowed another go.
Yeah, I agree too. If you got knocked out of Champions League, you should be out of European football. Like,
Yeah.
that's how it
Yeah,
should
you weren't
be.
good
But
enough.
we get
You entered that competition. You weren't good enough. You're gone. Yeah. Instead, they just like, and it's mad how many times the team that gets knocked out of Champions League goes on and wins this. It's crazy, isn't it? Atletico Madrid done it a couple of years ago. I think Sevilla did it last year. I think they were in Champions League as well. Right. So every year, man. So listen, I don't know. Is if we do get each other in the final, you're right. I think it's going to be boring as fuck, man. Like it's just going to be two teams that are scared to lose.
Yeah,
and they're
absolutely.
Probably penalties.
And I think the fact that Oli hasn't won anything, I feel like everyone's going to put more pressure on us because everyone's going to be saying, "Oh, Oli hasn't been past a semi." All these other things. You lot have already won a trophy under this manager. Yeah, cool. You lost against Chelsea in the final, then, but that's not going to be the talk, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's a different manager and you've already got a trophy under your belt. Like, we need this.
Yeah, and he's beaten Oli every time.
Yeah, and he's beaten Oli every time. So we need this, bruv. Like, we actually need this trophy, like, more than anything, because this season don't mean anything. If we don't win a trophy, this whole season's a joke.
Yeah, same, mate. If we don't win this, yeah, we've competed a whole season for what? To finish ninth. And not be in Europe at all. Yeah, like, it's mad, bro. That's why I was so shocked with the performance last night, because I was like, if this is the penny finally dropped with this lot, if they actually woken up to the fact that this is our only hope of getting a trophy and getting into Champions League and saving a season, because they were on it, man. Seriously, Granit Xhaka at left back, bruv. Like, maybe we found the position for him where he can actually play.
Yeah, but he can play there because there's less pressure on the ball at left back. You know what I'm saying? So he's left-footed.
It makes him more fluid.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because he's not the best passer of the ball, but when you're playing a left back, you just need to be competent enough in it. So, bro, it gets like that sometimes, bro. Some players, you stumble into positions. I even said the same with Fred. I was like, bro, he's left-footed. He could play left back. And loads of people were like, what? But, bro, he can get up and down. He's good on the ball. He's not as good on the ball as a lot of people would want him to be for a midfielder, but he could play left back. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Trent's literally playing right back and he's a midfielder, bro. Like midfielders can play back there with less press on the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? So Xhaka at left back doing well doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah, to be fair, he's done it a couple of times this season. He's done it against Sheffield United at the weekend, but both teams we've played in the last two games have been shit, bruv. So I'm not going to read too much into it. But yesterday he was good, man, really good. But I think they were all good, bro. That's the first time, I think that every single player, like in the squad that played, including the subs, every single player was on it, mate. Right? Not a single bad performance. Yeah, I don't think I've said that for years. I can't remember the last day. I haven't done it all season, I don't think. But literally every single player was on it, man. Like the goalkeeper, Chambers at right back, was bombing up and down that right wing, giving their left back torture, bruv. Yeah, Saka was on it. His goal was sick. Pepe was outstanding, man. I'm so happy for Pepe because like he gets so much shit off our fans. It's mad. And he ain't even started half the games this season. Yeah, his figures are up there with Aubameyang and Laka. Yeah, like in less minutes. Like, so yeah, man, we're halfway job done out of the two ties. But I'm kind of worried though, if I'm honest, about Villarreal, because even though their team's shit, yeah, he's a decent manager, Emery. Yeah, and tactically he's very good. And I noticed, I went through all their games. Pretty much every game in this competition he's played 4-4-2. Yeah, and I was like, that's how we got to the final with him. He was playing 4-4-2, and that's why, like, they conceded a goal at home last night. I think he's only conceded about 4 goals in this competition in the last 6 games or something stupid, man. It's mad. Yeah, he's just slapping teams up for fun, bruv. Yeah, and he's got such a shit team. Yeah, he's got the worst team left in it by a mile. Yeah, and to get them to the semi, that just shows you how good a manager he is. Yeah, which is why I'm worried about him, because we've got better players, but he'll know a lot about some of these players, having managed them. He'll know that it's a case of I can come back there and say, up yours, you sacked me, now I've knocked you out. Yeah. And the fact that this manager, tactically, that we've got, I don't think he's that good, mate. Tactically, I don't think he's good at all, but tactically, I don't think he's that great. Yeah, and like he sits and waits too long to make subs at times. Yeah, whereas Emery, if you're shit, you're coming off at half time, mate. Yeah, like it can change the game real quick. So it's going to be hard. I think we'll still go through, but it's not going to be easy. And I wouldn't be surprised if they knock us out. I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up via Real against Roma, bruv.
Neither would I. You know, them was after all the gas. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing. If it was a one-off game, I'd be a bit more optimistic, innit? It's the two legs I'm worried about and playing at home first as well, because United's home record isn't amazing.
Mm.
Know what I'm saying? Like, our manager was talking about the red seats putting the players off the other day, bro.
Yeah, I see.
You know, like that. I don't want to hear that after like a 2-1 defeat to Roma at home. A man are talking about
the red seats,
talking about the red seats and the banners, bro. Like, I'm not here for that. Do you know what I mean?
But I think the same day that he said that, Arteta said that Odegaard and Aubameyang can train if it's sunny today. Oh mate, our manager's a fucker.
But why? What was the context in that? Like,
basically, Odegaard and apparently think Aubameyang had flu. It turns out that he's apparently got malaria. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but Odegaard was injured. Right, so he was asked, "Are they going to train?" Obviously, we didn't know about the malaria until last night. Yeah, right. So he was asked, "Are they going to train?" He said, "No, they haven't trained yet. They didn't train yesterday, but today the weather's a bit better. So if it's sunny today, they can train." And I'm like, "So you're telling me that our club captain can't train in the rain?" Yeah, that's how it come from. That was exactly how he said it. Yeah, word for word off their website. I was like, "You're taking the piss." And then when I come off the stream I was doing when I did the press conference reaction, I went online and I see everyone going on about Ollie in the red seats, bruv. So I read that. Yeah. Fucking, bruv, what is the matter with these managers, man? Like,
yeah. But you know what? With Ollie, I thought that he was trying to be funny, but then when I clocked that he wasn't joking, was when he said, "Oh yeah, the players have been complaining about it," and I was like, "Huh? I thought you was bantering." Like, but then he wasn't actually, he was being serious. Them men are saying that Arteta was joking. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, but I don't know, bruv. Like,
I actually watched the press conference. Yeah, he weren't joking. He said it with a straight face. If he was joking, he would have had a little smirk on his face or a smile or a little chuckle. He weren't joking, man.
Bro, I don't know with these guys, bro. Honestly, but I just feel like, in general, we're in a strange era in football where management is a bit weird right now. all the good managers are getting old, and the new managers are coming through, and they don't look very good. I don't know what it is. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what it is. Obviously, maybe it's because it's the era that we're in, because a lot of the managers actually tell a lie. I'm making excuses for these guys. I don't know why. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking, my logic is, a lot of the older managers, like the elite managers, like your Carlos, your Peps, and all these guys, before I was like, you know what? Maybe because we've seen them when they're already established and that. But Pep came through winning. Jose came through winning. Now, all these managers came through winning, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Like, so obviously, I never saw Sir Alex Ferguson at Aberdeen and that, but he still came through winning, blood. You know do you know what I mean?
But man won at St Mirren.
Bro, do you see what I mean, bro? He came through winning. Bro. Like, bro, if you don't come through winning, you're just not good, blood.
Bro, I think in the last 140 odd years or 120 years, whatever it is that Scottish League's been going, I think 101 or 104 out of the amount of years or whatever has been Glasgow Rangers or Glasgow Celtic that have won the title. Bruv,
Sir Alex Ferguson's the last manager outside of Glasgow to win the title.
Yeah, he won it with Aberdeen and St Mirren, bruv. Yeah, I think it's only happened that it's not either one of them Glasgow teams. I think it's about 20 times in the whole history of that league. It ain't been one of them, and he's won it. I think he won it 3 times with Aberdeen and once with St Mirren. Yeah, that's mad. Actually mad. It's crazy.
A man said, "Oh, the seats were covered with some black thing yesterday, bruv." You know how that don't make sense? Because what happens when the fans are wearing the red kit in the stands? Were you gonna pass it to them?
Yeah, bro, I can't lie. That's some fucking bullshit.
That actually don't make no sense, my guy. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I'm thinking about it, at the beginning, I was gonna try and make excuses for these men and say, you know what? Maybe Pirlo's allowed to be shit at the beginning because you'll get better later. Same with Ollie's had way too long anyway because he's been a manager for over a decade. He was managing before Pep. So it's one of them ones.
Rants, yeah, like with Pirlo, bruv, they're gonna finish like third.
Yeah.
He should be sacked.
You should be, yeah.
Bruv, that's the first time in 9 years they ain't gonna win the title. I think they've won it like 9 straight years. Yeah, sacked. Yeah, Antonio Conte is gonna, well, he is walking it within her. But how can you like get rid of the manager that won it last year? You give it to Pirlo and then finish third and then keep him because you sacked the guy who won it last time.
This is exactly what I mean, bro. It's like, is there just no managers? Like, are they really all that bad? Like,
yeah, but they sacked Maurizio Sarri for winning it. Yeah, so what do they want as a football club, Juve? Because they won it and sacked him. They've now given it to Pirlo, and he's third, and he's likely to keep his job. So what are you doing? Like same with you lot. Win every year. All of a sudden, Fergie goes. You've gone through a couple of little manager changes. You've won a few trophies along the way. This guy comes in, and he's now crying about red seats because he can't win fuck all. Trophies for her egos. Yeah, okay.
But this is it. It's silly, bro. And like even the Pirlo thing, man, saying that Juve are in a transition period, bro. If you're in a transitional period, you bring in an experienced manager. Yeah, they don't have to be experienced at winning things. They just have to be experienced in transitioning and building a squad. Pirlo isn't that guy.
Let me add to that as well. Yeah, right. They're in a transitional period. Every year should be a transitional period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do Chelsea sit still? Chelsea go, no, bang, we're going to splash in this year. Do they splash again, man?
This is why Liverpool are fucked because Liverpool don't transition every year.
Exactly. Bro, Fergie was the master of it. He'd win a title, or he'd win 2 or 3, yeah, and then he'd go, right, you lot backroom staff sacked, see you later, I want new backroom staff. But he'd constantly go out there and buy top players and add to what he's got. And we said this the other week about Berbatov. He got Berbatov. He was the best striker in the league when he signed him. Yeah, you got him in. He bagged 30 goals for you. Then the next season he was benched. Yeah, then the following season you binned him. Like it's like you won Golden Boot. I'm benching you next season. You got an issue. You're gone anyway, mate. Yeah, because he knew that. And same with Van Persie. He gets Van Persie in because he knew, bang, I can go out with a bang here. And the only way I can do it is by getting a top striker in. So he went and you should transition your team every year. Yeah, like all of this transitional, and it's not a dig against the lad who put that in, by the way, but all this transitional crap is just media spin for lowering the standards. Yeah, it's all right. We don't win anything for 3 years because we're transitioning. Fuck off, man. Yeah, the Nike or Adidas, like, do they take a hit on their sales for 3 years because they're transitioning? Do you know what I'm saying? Like every big company and every big football club should transition every season. Yeah, not, let's just lower the standards for 3 years in the hope that Pirlo comes good, or the hope that Ollie comes good, or the hope that Arteta comes good. It should be, you don't win something, you're sacked.
Yeah.
3 of the biggest football clubs in Europe, bruv. There
you go. And then again, that's why the Pirlo appointment don't make sense. He was under 21 coach for 10 days. Or something like that, bruv. You know what I mean? And then he got the first team thing. And then where you look at the Barcelona thing, Barcelona know they're in a transition. So they brought in Coleman, who's helping to restructure the whole thing, bruv, and bring it back to its Dutch roots, of total football where it came from. That kind of makes sense because they're building from the ground up again. That's what a real transition is.
They got some sick ballers in there you've set up, man. When they started against Real Madrid in the Clasico the other day, 5 players in their starting 11 Barca were under 23s. Yeah, they got some sick ballers, man. But
that's why they've brought. That's why they've brought Coleman in, so it makes sense, bro. Do you see what I'm saying? If you're gonna bring in someone to transition, then you bring in someone that knows how to do it. and
And
knows
was the
football.
club legend of their club.
Yeah. You don't bring in a novice, bro, to do a transition.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense.
That makes sense, yeah, because obviously Pirlo knows Juve, but he's got no experience in managing a football team.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't get it. With Ronald Koeman, like, yeah, he ain't the greatest manager, but he knows Barca is a club legend. He played for them for years. He used to have a banging left foot.
Bruv, he done his badges there, bruv.
And that's what I was going to say. He's then gone around Europe being a manager in different countries. Yeah. He's going to get sacked at some point, but he knows that. He knows he's only there to fill
Coleman done his badges with Pep and Jose, bruv, under Louis van Gaal, bro.
And this
at Barcelona.
Yeah, this is the thing, bruv, yeah, that he knows what he's there for. He knows that he ain't going to be there for the long haul. He's just there to steady the ship. Yeah, they're still in a title race, by the way. I think they're only 2 points off the top. Do you know what I'm saying? So if they end up winning it with a team of kids, that's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Pedri is cold. He is a baller, bruv. Yeah, that other guy, I can't remember his name. He scored against Madrid the other night, centre-back. He was playing right wing-back in that game. He was class as well, bruv. Yeah, they got some sick footballers, man.
That's what I'm saying. Coleman managed the Netherlands. A man saying Coleman sounds like Oli, bro. He's way better than Oli, bro. Let's not go there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And he's come up under some real coaches, bro. With all due respect to Sir Alex Ferguson, he hasn't produced one good manager. Louis van Gaal's produced a lot of good managers. You know what I mean? So it's a different ball game. Do you know what I'm saying right now? It's a different ball game. So
yeah, exactly. And this is the thing with it, right? It's like you got to have
said, what 4 or 5 of Barca's players in the Clasico were homegrown.
Yeah, they were 23 or under. 5 of Barcelona's players in that Clasico at the weekend.
Well, there you go. And Ollie's brought through flipping Shortire and Brandon Williams and Mason Greenwood, if we're giving him credit for Mason.
Arteta's brought through nobody apart from just giving Balogun a couple of minutes here and there. Because Smith Rowe Emery gave him the run. Saka was Emery. Who else was there?
To be fair with Arsenal, though, this is probably the most young players you've ever brought through. Because for me, growing up, Arsenal was the one team, you never broke through at Arsenal unless you were Ashley Cole, bro. Like, unless you were exceptional, like even Jermaine Pennant came from Notts County and that. But unless you were exceptional, David Bentley didn't even break through at you lot. You had to go Tottenham, innit? Or did he play for you lot?
He did play. Yeah, he played for us. He played for us, and then he played for Tottenham.
Yeah, and he went Blackburn or something. But that's what Arsenal used to be notoriously hard to break through. Like they weren't a team that were just bringing through youth players. You know what I'm saying? Because you lot had such a good first team. So it's one of them ones where oh shit, Mourinho brought Mason through. I didn't remember that. That's crazy. Oh shit, that's not even Ollie's. He can't even have that one. But yeah, Mourinho came up under Van Gaal. He did. So did Pep and Coleman, bro. So like Van Gaal's got some proper students in this football game. But Arsenal's team have been notoriously hard for young players to break through. Notoriously hard. This is probably the most young players you've had through at one time in the squad ever, probably.
Yeah, 100%, man. Because if you look as well, we've got Joe Willock and Maitland-Niles.
You got Smith Rowe, Saka.
Bare
man.
Martinelli,
if you want to include him as well.
Yeah, technically you can. He didn't come through the academy, but he's still a young kid, isn't it? And he's getting games now, hopefully. But yeah, man, we've got a few in it. And like the one thing I'll say is like people just gas up these players so quickly, it's mad, yeah. And then all of a sudden they just disappear because they're not that great. Yeah, I think Smith Rowe is quality, man. I think he's going to be around for a long time, man. He is so good, it is unreal. Saka, I think once he brushes up on his finishing, although the goal last night was sick, but once he brushes up on his finishing, that kid's an unbelievable footballer, man. Yeah, so quick, so skillful.
Saka, he scored a good goal yesterday.
Yeah, his goal was sick, bruv. He totally done the keeper with his eyes, man. Thought he was going to finesse that bottom left, and he just pinged it bottom right. It was class. But yeah, Saka's going to be world class, I think, man. We just got to nurture him properly now. Just make sure you rest him, like instead of overplaying him. Like So the game at the weekend, for example, I wouldn't play him. Yeah, 'cause if he gets injured and then he's out of this game against Villarreal, that's a big issue. Yeah, like we've just got to manage the squad now. Yeah, the league. Yeah, you got to keep trying to win games, of course, but because we can't guarantee winning this. But I would not be risking some of these players because they're going to be important if we're going to win this competition. So, and then obviously on the other side, Martinelli, Pepe, yeah, both quality, man, both absolutely class. Yeah, we've got a decent squad, like of youngsters.
What's the feeling like with Arsenal fans though? Like, is that something you lot expect now? Like, are you expecting young players to be brought through, or is that just a thing where you're looking at it where we have to do this short term because we're not spending a lot of money? Because obviously you ain't got a history as a club of doing that, whereas we do. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I think it's the money side of it. Like we've got another kid in the academy called Miguel Aziz. Yeah. He's going to be class, mate. I don't think he's quite ready yet to play consistently. Like,
yeah, he's just said that as well. Yeah, this guy here.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, another year or two. Yeah, maybe loan him out next season. Yeah, he's quality, man. Absolutely quality, that kid. Central midfielder, man. Bad boy player. And then, yeah, I think it's down to the fact that we can't go out and spunk a load of money. And this is the position we've got ourselves in. Like, if you're going to have a look at Chelsea's academy, yeah, Chelsea's academy is just full of young lads that are amazing. Yeah, you go and have a look at our academy, there's probably a handful. Yeah, and that's where Chelsea makes so much of their money. Yeah, because when people go, oh, but Chelsea spent 200 million. Yeah, they probably made 100 million back out their academy just by selling players here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, that we haven't even heard of. They've probably got £1 million for him, £1 million for him, too.
And if they haven't sold, man, they've got them out on loan, and they're going to recoup that money at another stage. Exactly. Because when these players go out on loan and they actually play football, their value increases more than if they just sit in the academy and nobody knows them. That's what people don't understand. If they're out in Europe playing football, their price is going up.
100%.
You can't sell a player from your academy that's never played a first team game for a few million quid. No one's buying that. If you send him out to flipping like Groningen or something like that in Holland or Vitesse or something, and they do something in Holland, then you might be able to recoup a 2.5 mil for a player you never really wanted.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you get somebody like Tomori come through, who's now balling at AC Milan, yeah, all of a sudden there's 35 million quid. Yeah, he hardly played for Chelsea. 35 million they've got if he goes there and stays there next season. So this is what Chelsea have done. And listen, that was their model. They realised very quickly, let's get in some of the best young talent in the world, yeah, for cheap prices. Like we'll just buy the mum and dad a house and we're getting him in that way, yeah. Or we'll just give a little bit of compensation to the team we're nicking him from, yeah. We can make money off of that, and that's what they've done in the last, I'd say probably the last 5 years, 6 years maybe. They have been relentless, mate. Every time they have a loan list, yeah, it's about 40, 50 kids out on loan every season. Yeah, if you sell them for 2 million each, mate, that's like 100 million quid, yeah, that you've made. Yeah, and then when you get a gem like Tomori, but he ain't good enough to start for Chelsea, and he wants to play first team football, all of a sudden, bang, 35 million. If you get a Hudson-Odoi, straight away, 50 million if they want him, if anyone wants him now.
You're right. As much as man can make jokes and say Hudson-Odoi this, Hudson-Odoi that, if Chelsea sell him, minimum 40 M's they're getting for him.
All day long. Bro, Bayern Munich were going to pay 55 last year or the year before, wasn't it? Like 2 seasons ago.
And he'd hardly played. and that's the beauty, bro. Like, get your players playing first team football somewhere.
And that's the difference between Chelsea. I don't know who the guy was. What's his name? He used to play for him. He was their youth team guy. Oh, what's his fucking name? Oh, what's his name, man? He used to play for Chelsea. He run
Jody.
That's it, Morris.
Yeah, Jody Morris.
Yeah. Bruv, I don't know if he's still got a job, but maybe Arsenal need to go and recruit him because he's done a madness for them. And the funny thing is if you look how much money they've probably spent on the current setup of all the youth teamers there, and then how much they've made back, yeah, in that 5 years off of them players that have come through. But I guarantee they've probably spent down here, yeah, and they've made right up here, mate.
Oh, yeah. The balance is crazy.
Whereas if you look at Arsenal haven't got that structure in place for a youth setup. Yeah, we've got a youth setup, of course we have, but it's not relentless like Chelsea, and we don't use it as a money-making scheme. Yeah, we don't
Look
go.
at this. Everton paid 40 million for Iwobi. So that shows you how much money you can get for players you don't want if they're playing football.
Exactly. And that's the thing, like, you know, people can laugh and take the piss out of the Hudson-Odoi all they like. He's 50 million quid. Fact. Yeah, fact. Tamori, 35.
He is. If you can get 40 for Iwobi, you're getting more for Hudson-Odoi for sure.
All day long. All day. But this is the thing though, Rants, right? Arsenal don't treat it like that. Arsenal just treat it, and our fans gas it up and go, "Oh, hail end, it's amazing." No, it's fail end, mate. Yeah, it's fail end. Yeah, this season we've had a good run, but hold up, 2 of these players, Saka and Smith Rowe, were balling under Emery, mate. Yeah, so let's not just pin that on this manager because he's their current manager. Who gave him the debut? Yeah, who played him every week? Same with Martinelli. Who went and got Martinelli, brought him in, played him? Like when Saka signed his new contract, he thanked Unai Emery for giving him his chance. Like, that's how much he rated. And that's the thing. Yes, it's great that these kids are balling now, but how many more are going to come through? I could probably name one. Yeah, I can name one. Chelsea could probably name 21, 20, 31, 41, 51. Yeah, and that's where I think that we as a club need to fix up. Yeah, because we can use that as a money-making scheme as well to balance the books. So then we can go and do the 80, 90 million pound footballer if we want. Or we can go and do 200 million in the summer because we're going to get 95 million back from the academy.
Absolutely, bro. Like there has to be a process, bro. And that's the thing. At least with Chelsea, you know what the process is. And that's what you're frustrated about. I get it. It's the same with us. I don't know what the process is. United keep saying to us, they keep talking about this youth thing, yeah? It's like, bro, we spent 40 million on Amad Diallo, bro. Like, he can't start a game. How are you going to spend 40 million pounds on a young youth, a prospect that's supposed to be super promising, and he can't start a football match? That's concerning for me. You shouldn't spend 40 million pounds on any footballer that's not ready to start a game in the first team. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good investment to me. It doesn't. And I think he is ready, but the manager don't trust him. Clearly.
When you go and buy a player for 40 million quid, I'd expect them to be one of the first names on the team sheet, bruv.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
Like 40 million.
Well, at least one of the first off the bench, Lee.
Well, yeah. But if you think, how much money is he on? If he's signed on 40 million quid, he's got to be on touching 100 grand a week.
He has to be. And if he's not, you know what I mean? He'll be re-signing. He'll be re-signing. Do you know what I mean? A new contract very soon. Do you know what I'm saying? But how can you spend 40 million on Ahmad, yeah? Spend 20 million on Dan James or 15 million, but Dan James is ahead of him. Based on what? Because it's not ability. No, and he costs more than Dan James, but Dan James is still coming off the bench ahead of him. You know why? Because Dan James is more negative. And Dan James will do the ugly things.
Shit, bro. Like, he ain't even Premier League standard.
But he's not. He's a horrible footballer, bro. Like, honestly, every time I talk about him, I get wound up. Like, I get wound up because I can't believe I'm talking about someone that's actually a Premier League footballer. Like, it genuinely pisses me off. There's not too many things, yeah, that like with football that I can't comprehend. Do you know what I'm saying? Because man's played football, yeah, and I've been in places where I'm looking at players and I'm like, how are they here? But they're still of a decent standard. This guy's not. This, bruv, like, if he was at a conference club, yeah, man would be looking at him sideways.
But if he didn't,
he can't even do basic things.
If he didn't have pace, he wouldn't be a footballer.
Nah, no way, no way.
Because he ain't got no technical ability.
None.
Yeah. He can't dribble. He can't defend.
Imagine being a winger that can't dribble, can't shoot, can't cross. like, honestly, there's more can'ts than cans, bro.
Bro, I don't know what's more worrying, the fact that he's made it as a footballer or the fact that Man United signed him.
Bro, both of them. He should be a long jumper or something. He can run fast. He might be able to jump.
One of the biggest clubs in the world has signed somebody as a winger who can't cross, can't dribble, and can't shoot. Yeah, and pay the guy money.
Mad.
It's mad.
So bad, bro. Like, honestly, I remember when man signed like Gabriel Obertan and them, man, and we used to laugh at them. And David Bellion, but they were all better than Dan James.
Like, Overtown was all right, you know.
He's better than Dan James, bruv. He still went and made a career in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If Dan James leaves us, bruv, like, why would you sign him?
No, it's true, bruv. If he ever left Man United, yeah, he'd probably end up back in the Championship.
Oh,
yeah, we'd be lucky to get that because he ain't even that.
Yeah.
Level, Like he is genuinely, and I'm not just taking the piss here. He is genuinely one of the worst players in the league.
No, he's the worst. I've not seen a worse player than him.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, he's the worst, bro.
It's funny.
He's the worst player for sure, because it's kind of like, out of all the top teams, I don't think that they've got. I've never seen a wide player as bad as him, bro. Like every time he touches the ball, he looks like he learned how to play football. Yeah, like in secondary school.
Oh, Bellerin's the same though. Bellerin's first touch bounces 10 yards off him, mate.
Yeah, but the difference is with Hector Bellerin is I've seen Hector Bellerin as a kid coming through, being promising and all of that. So I knew that he had some ability, even though he's heavily reliant on his pace. And then he lost the pace, and then now he's a bit shaky. But at least there's something in it. There's nothing. He's not good at anything, Dan James.
Well,
at least Bellerin's good at designing trousers and shit. But at least he's good at something, innit?
What about Joe Linton? Man in the chat said Joe Linton.
But man say Joe Linton, yeah. Joe Linton can't finish, yeah. But if I ping the ball to Joe Linton,
a wank, bro, I swear.
Exactly. But if I ping the ball to Joe Linton, yeah, he might, bro. At least he'll be able to control it, which is more than that could be said about Dan James. He can't even control a football, bro. Every time he passes Dan James the ball, yeah, he tries to play it first time backwards to Wan-Bissaka. He plays the same pass all the time, just to the right back, like, and then he just wants to run down the line, head up, no one in the box, I'll cross it anyway. You know, that's what Dan James does. He looks up, there's no one in the box, but then he just crosses it anyway. And then he gets frustrated that no one got in the end of it. There was no one in the box, bruv. Like,
do you know what? Do you know what Dan James is? Yeah, right. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is that annoying bastard on FIFA that just picks all the fast players. Yeah, right, and just runs. Yeah, just runs in a diagonal line. Yeah, across the pitch so you can't catch him. Yeah, and then just spam shot and cross everywhere. Yeah, and fucking none of them go anywhere near the goal or the players.
It's mad, bro.
But yeah,
I just don't get it.
James, he is shit.
That's what I mean. I don't understand it, innit? Like, he's so bad. So when I see players like him that cost less than half of what Diallo cost, but then he's still not playing Diallo ahead of it, it doesn't make sense. That there's no correlation between how much you pay for a man and what man's actual value to the team is. Because clearly, in Ollie's eyes, Diallo's value to the team is low.
Yeah. But
his price was high. So what is it? Bad business by the club or bad management from the manager? Because somebody's got it wrong. Because in my eyes, if a kid's worth 40 million, he should at least be the first name off the bench. He should be.
Especially when the bench has got Dan James on it.
Do you know what I mean?
But that's a good point. That's a very good point. If you've paid 40 million and he can't come on in front of a guy on 15 million, that means that the 15 million pound man is more important to the team than the 40 million pound.
Than the 40 million team. And that shouldn't be the case.
Yeah. Why you paid it? Why you paid that money for him then?
That's same with Donny van der Beek. 45 million he costs. But Dan James is more important than it.
These top Reds come out, bruv. The top Reds will be out saying, yeah, but he's one for the future.
And then Donny van der Beek costs 45 million to sit on the bed, on the bench.
Yeah, bro, it's mad. You've actually got 80 million quid just sat on the bench rotting away, bro.
Chilling, bro. Chilling. Donny van der Beek, you know. That man showed a throwback to when Ajax played Juventus off the park, and I'm seeing Donny and then man one-touch football, champagne, and then now I'm just seeing him soaking on the bench.
Liquid football, man. And now he can't
sitting on the bench for Man United, you know.
It's mad. It is actually crazy. When you think about it, some of the stuff that your manager does, bruv, yeah, like people will sit there and they'll just go, oh, yeah, but we're winning. We ain't lost away all season, rah, rah, whatever. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But then when you actually break it down and look at all the shit he has done this season, that manager, he's the fucking worst manager in the league, bruv.
He doesn't know what he's doing, bro. But you know what it is? The players are playing for a minute. That's the difference between him and other managers. Like, the players are just happy. A lot of them have suffered under Mourinho, yeah, and they're just happy with the working environment, so that they really want to do well for him.
Yeah.
But sometimes, yeah, wanting to do well for someone ain't enough, bro. You know them one. Sometimes, man's been there, bro. Do you know what I mean? You could just, bruv, you could be in a relationship with someone. They're a nice person. You really want it to work out, but fundamentally, you're just not meant to be together.
Exactly.
It happens, isn't it? You just you really want it to work, but yeah, fundamentally, like, you're not right for me, I'm not right for you. no one done anything wrong. It's just that, yeah, it's just not a good fit in it. Like for where Man United are supposed to be, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer ain't a good fit for the club. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like starting Dan James over Lingard, bro. We all saw it, and now look what Jesse's doing right now. He's destroying the league, bruv, with West Ham.
Yeah, mad. So you just mentioned about some of the players and that and different managers. Have you seen Pogba's little video on Sky? You've seen it?
He stuck it all over Jose.
He literally just said, "Yo, Jose, yeah, I woke up and chose violence today, boy. What are you saying?"
Like he said, he goes, he'll never go against the players. That's how you know man's completely lost the dressing room, Jose. He lost it like sensationally.
Mad. It's actually crazy, really, when you think about some of the stuff Pogba said, and it weren't even a massive interview either. It was like he literally just went bang, 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 bang. Popped it all off in one, bruv. like just literally like sitting there gunning for him. Yeah. And there's nothing Jose's going to come back with that can make any Man United fan say, actually, Pogba made it up. Yeah. Because firstly, he won't come back. Yeah. Because he's probably thinking, fuck Pogba. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he does come back, he makes himself look a prick as well, because then it shows he is shook. Yeah. And that he's going to come out fighting. But, bruv, we all know, yeah, Jose Mourinho is a complete see you next Tuesday. Yeah,
exactly. And he said, we know what Jose likes, bruv. You know them ones. He just likes it. He likes to make things about himself. He even said it. He goes, bruv, they lost the football match, so he don't want to talk about the football match. You know, like that.
He wants to talk about people's parents and their
parents and that. You know, bruv, so, you know what I mean? He's like, bruv, we know what Jose's like. Always diversion tactics. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what he does, though, innit? And that is, to be fair, he's not the only manager. Like, do you know what I mean? Sir Alex Ferguson used to do it all the time. When we played shit, he used to blame the refs and that. One time he said the linesman was too fat, he couldn't keep up, and he got fined. Like, do you know what I mean? He was saying, the linesmen were fat, bro, and he couldn't keep up with play, bro. Like, literally, a lot of the top managers like to divert it. Klopp does the same thing. Man talks about the weather and shit. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, bro, they all do it, but Jose makes it personal. Do you know what I'm saying? With like he'll do, instead of trying to take these managers do it to take the attention away from the team, whereas Jose just likes to bring the attention to himself, bro, because he's so egotistical. And that's the thing where big personalities and Jose, bruv, like most of the time it's a match made in hell, bro.
That's the thing, though. Like you back when he first burst on the scene as manager, you could get away with telling players like that they're shit and calling them out in like public on camera and that. But if you do that now, half of the players will cry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and if they don't cry, they just go bollocks, I ain't playing. Yeah, and they'll just down tools, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like I think he's got a bit of an issue at Tottenham, because I don't think they're that great, Tottenham, but his now two biggest assets are fucking not doing it. Yeah. When it comes to the real important games, Harry Kane don't really turn up that often. Yeah, he is a good player, Harry Kane. I'm not going to slag him off. I think he's quality, but when it comes down to the real big moments of football matches, in big games, he's hardly ever there, mate. Yeah, and they've got to make a decision this summer. Do they flog him and rebuild, or do they keep him and potentially he completely fucking loses the dressing room, and then Kane would be sitting there thinking, right, we're 10th this season. I should have left. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because if they keep Mourinho, he could potentially go and spin it round and fucking be brilliant next season, or it's going to be capitulation. It's going to be one or the other, innit?
But that's what I'm saying. I think Jose, if Jose don't win a trophy this season, he's sacked by Christmas, isn't it?
Possibly.
He's sacked by Christmas.
The reason I say I don't know yet is because I said this to you the other week. What do they want as a football club? Do they want
they want Champions League, I think.
Yeah, but do they want a young Pochettino-style manager that don't win fuck all, but just get some Champions League every year? Or do they want a manager that has won everything in the game, is a complete see you next Tuesday, will piss off half the club, but he could, he has got a better chance of winning stuff than any manager they've had in 10 years.
But does he though? Do you know what I mean? Because based on his recent form, because even at United, once his number 2 left him, bro, he went downhill very quickly, bro. We started conceding goals. We didn't look like winning anything. And yeah, like it's a very, very strange one, bruv. It's a very strange one with Mourinho. And the thing is, yeah, with Mourinho as well, the only one thing I would say, I would have rathered that Man United players waited until we at least won a trophy, yeah, before they started digging him out. Because if Jose ends up winning that League Cup and then we win nothing, yeah, he's gonna cook them.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
He's gonna cook them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because you can already see it now, right? If he beats Man City, right? Firstly, that stops them. Well, if they get past Chelsea, Man City, that will stop them doing a quadruple. Yeah. Obviously, they've got. I think they'll beat Chelsea tomorrow, but either way, it'd be a possible treble. Yeah, that he would have stopped them doing. So it's gone from quadruple to double, just like that, right? But not only that, it's a Man United thing as well with the fans, and he can then walk around chest out, going, "Yeah, first manager to win Tottenham a trophy in 13 years." Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. Everybody's tried, everybody's failed, but Jose's come with a special one, and I have done it in my first full season, and Yeah, and that's what he's like. I love him. I think he's fucking hilarious, mate. Yeah, like I think he's just so blunt and rude.
Yeah,
yeah, but that's how I am. I'm just blunt.
No, but you know what it is, yeah? I get why you like Jose. That's the reason why I liked him when he was at Chelsea. But when he's your manager, it's not fun, bro. I promise you. Like when he was at Chelsea, I loved him, bro. He was terrorizing Sir Alex Ferguson. I didn't even mind. I was like, this guy's a menace, bro.
Yeah, he's mad.
You know, I was like, this guy's an absolute menace, bro. Like he was, bro. Even when he cussed Rafa Benitez and said something about his wife needs to sort out his diet and how he needs to use weight and that, bro. Listen, I was dead, bro. Jose was moving mad, bro. Like I've never seen a manager move like him, and it was fine for me until he came to my club. You know what I mean? And then I started seeing all of these things go on, yeah, and I thought, nah, I can't have this, innit? And then when man come out and was talking about the history of my football club and that, and about Sevilla won more European titles and shit, and like recently, I was like, all right, nah, you gotta chill now, bruv. Like, relax. You know, like that. As soon as you start underachieving, you start bringing up the club's history, blood. I thought you were meant to be the guy to change these things, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? He's always trying to deflect it away from him. And that's the only thing.
The best interview ever, yeah, of a brand spanking new manager at a press conference to unveil them as manager is, "I'm not from the bottle. I think I'm a special one."
Bro, man said he's the special one, and then he won the league, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Won the league first time in 51 years or something. Like madness, bro. He was mad back then. What a manager, bro. Yeah, but to have the balls and the arrogance, yeah, and the cockiness to just sit there and say, "I'm the special one, mate." Yeah, and then he goes and wins everything. Like, you know, I can see why he's just got this arrogance about him, because he can back it most of the time, but I think he's realizing that he can't back it as much as he used to.
Yeah, he can't back it no more. And then my man said, same manager, different players and that. He's so quick to throw them players under the bus, yeah, when it doesn't go, when it doesn't get his way. And that's why with him, I like watching it from afar because it's great theater, but I'm just glad that it's like watching EastEnders, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that I'm just glad I'm not in it, bro. I get to watch Tottenham melt, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, yeah, like, look, man said he won the league and conceded like 9 goals, bro. Jose was a menace, bro.
15, I think, wasn't it? I think it was 15 they conceded the year after the Invincible.
You see what I mean? Even so, 15 goals.
Man United and the Invincible team, bruv. Yeah, and they conceded 15 goals that season, I think.
15. You know what I mean? See? 950. Bruv, it's still a joke, man.
It's pathetic, isn't it?
Bruv, that's less than one every other game, bruv. Do you understand what, man?
But that team he had that won the league after the Invincible season, yeah, that team was a joke, man. That team was just insane, unbelievably good. And that was
the Drogba, Robin, and Duff, innit?
Joe Cole,
bruv, that's the best football team, yeah. In terms of that football, it's up there with the best football I've seen in the Prem, bro. Like
100%, bruv. That team,
you see that Duff and Robin flying wingers, yeah? Bruv, in terms of like exciting football, I think that's up there, bro. Not from the most unbiased place possible, because I love the 2008 Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez. But you see that Robin, Duff, Drogba thing, bruv, The way Iron Robin was running at players and cooking them
Oh.
up, and Damien Duff.
Yeah.
And we wanted to sign Duff to replace Ryan Giggs, and then we fucked it. You know them ones. And we were meant to sign Robin, and we fucked it as well. Peter Kenyon left us and went to Chelsea and took all our players. Took Iron Robin, took fucking Michael Essien, took John Obi Mikel. We were meant to sign all those players, bro. They went Chelsea and they cooked us, bro.
Bro, do you know what that guy that said it was 9 goals? Yeah, he's put up a comment and he said it was 9 goals they conceded from open play in a season. That's a piss take. Bro, 6 were offset pieces. That is a joke. Like, unbelievable. You have conceded 9 goals in 38 games from open play. Nah, man, that's a fucking joke, bro. I can't lie. That's a joke. And do you know what, mate? Yeah, like that team that season, you just had a feeling about it real quick into that season that they were going to win it. Yeah, like I think after about 10 games or so, I was like, "No, we're done. We're done. Yeah, we're done." Yeah, but because you knew that they didn't concede goals. They didn't concede shots, for fuck's sake, let alone goals, man. Like, and then you knew that if they scored, it was done. And they were just bagging teams for fun, mate. It was so easy for them that season. That was one of the best Premier League teams I've seen. I put that up there. I put that.
That's top 3, blood. That's top 3. For sure.
That's ahead for me. That's ahead of the Invincible team.
Yeah, that team was a joke.
Yeah, man.
That team was an absolute joke, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? I just remember watching them play. It was like a match of the day. It was almost like you knew they scored 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what the hell, bruv? Like, it was mad, bro. They were just banging goals, like bare goals. I don't even know how many goals they scored. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know how many goals they scored that season, but bruv, they were just slapping teams up, bruv. Yep. Carvalho, Terry, I think they had what's that right back? The Portuguese guy, Ricardo.
What's his name?
That was Jose's first signing, I think. Ferreira. So was it?
Yeah, I think it was. Was it Ferreira? Yeah, I think it was Ferreira.
I think it was Ferreira or something, the right back, or I can't remember his name, bruv. Paulo Ferreira, that's the one.
That's him.
Do you know what I'm saying? That bruv, check Lampard, Carvalho, bruv. Like Robin Duff, Drogba, bro. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, that team was.
And then even when Ida Johnson come in as well, bruv. Ida Johnson was doing his thing, bruv. Man said Essien as, bruv. That team was a joke, blood. What? Nah, I said Balak, bruv. Get out of here, man. That's a fake team. Ashley Cole.
It was a piss take, bruv. Makaleli as well.
Bro, it's long, bruv. That team was mad, innit? That team was mad. That's one thing I remember. Like, that team was clapping everyone up, bruv.
Bruv, Makaleli was the original OG at DM, bruv. Like, he was fucking brilliant, mate.
Man, look at that. How come man have back, bruv? Man had Balak, Essien, Lampard, and Makaleli, and John Obi Mikel. But that's look at the depth there. And now when man are looking at Chelsea's depth in midfield, yeah, and he's still cool. You got Kante, Kovacic, and that, but Mount and that, like, it's not the same, bro.
It's not. It's different, man. It's different.
You know what I'm saying? And that
Kante's not as good as Makaleli was. Like, Kante's good. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, but Makaleli was so much better on the ball. Do you know what I'm saying?
Makaleli could dribble past you for fun, mate.
Yeah. Mad press resistant and that. He was quality. And that's what I mean. So when you look at that team there, yeah, from what Jose had there to what he's turned into, yeah, he could afford to be a bit arrogant then, but it's like with age, he pretended he'd humbled himself, but he hasn't. And that's why I think everyone's enjoying seeing Jose crumble, bruv, because he hasn't humbled himself with age, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Even Sir Alex Ferguson with age started to mellow down a bit.
Like, yeah, that's true.
Like, Jose ain't humbled himself. He pretended he had at the beginning when he was doing the Instagram thing with Tottenham and all these little jokes and that, but he just turned into a scumbag again, bro.
Bro, I can see it now. He's been running around fucking Wembley, giving it one of them ones pointing up in the sky.
If Jose wins a trophy and Man United don't, all the things these men have been doing to him, they're going to come back to haunt him because Jose won't shut up about it.
100%. Bro,
you know that now?
If he wins it, yeah, everyone better go into hiding that day, man. Like, honestly, because he will fucking come for the lot of them in the press conference afterwards.
100%. So all I'm saying is, as much as it was fun firing shots at Jose, Win something first, innit? Because this guy's won too much, bruv, to be chatting shit. And if he wins something and United don't win something, the way he's gonna have a field day with Ollie, like Ollie's not ready for the mental warfare, blood. Like nobody's beat Jose. When it comes to the off the pitch psychological warfare, he's never lost, bro. He's never lost.
Do you remember the one where he got up and walked out the press conference for United, where he said, "It goes, all the managers in the Premier League have won 3 Premier Leagues. Me on my own, 3 Premier Leagues. Put some respect on my name," and just walked off.
Yeah, just walked out, bro. Respect, bro.
Bro, some of the shit he's done in press conferences is hilarious, man. I swear. He's just funny, man.
We just need to win a trophy. That's all I'm saying. Because if we don't win the trophy, Jose is going to kill us, bro. That's one thing I know for sure. Like, he's not gonna let this lie in it because his ego won't allow United to have the last laugh. Do you know what I mean? At his expense. He's not gonna allow it. So we need to win. Anyhow, we don't win, bruv. Jose's gonna have his Roma hat on in the Europa League, and if we get to the final, he'll have his Arsenal Villarreal hat on. If Man United don't win that final, man's gonna tell man how many finals we bottled, how many this we bottled, and how he's only ever lost 1 final and that. Man, I'm not ready for it. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for all that, bro. Because he will do that.
100%, bro. If he gets into a little verbal one with Ollie, it's curtains, bro. We just get the shovel out, bro, and we dig the grave now.
But this is what I'm saying. When I see that Ollie's youth jumped in to the banter and that, I was like, yeah, this has gone too far now. When little Ollie's son and that talking about, oh, my dad always feeds me dinner, bro. Mind your own business, blood. No, like mind your own business. This is a big man chat, bro. Like,
but that's how comfortable. That's how comfortable the Solskjaer household are, mate. They're that comfortable with life right now that they all want to pipe up, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I couldn't. I read that, bro. I was wetting myself. I was like, look at this little youth, this little kid started to run his mouth about Jose and this.
You can't chat to Jose. What have you achieved in life to talk to Jose Mourinho about your dad feeds you, blood? No one asked you, bruv. Like legit, nobody asked you, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's all weird, isn't it? It's all super weird. It's like the fact that they even interviewed his son, bro. The whole thing's a bit weird. The United PR team are on steroids right now, bruv. Everyone's chatting. Pogba's chatting. Shaw's chatting. And all this chat's cool if you win something. That's all I'm saying. If we don't win nothing, Jose is going to cook all of these men up in a big pot, blood.
Yeah, 100%.
All of them.
Bro, I don't understand why these teams and players, like, I can understand Pogba, because Pogba's got a big trophy haul at Juve and stuff
massive.
Like that.
And a World Cup and that. Yeah,
exactly. And like, I can understand him coming out and having a pop at Jose, because what can Jose tell him about football that he don't already know? Fuck all. Yeah. So I get that. But when you've got mini Solskjaer running his gums and he's about 13 and you as the manager of the football club have allowed your son to open his mouth, I would have been sit down, man. Like, seriously. Like even Solskjaer can't run his mouth to Jose. There's not many people on the planet that can run it and back it and say, yeah, what are you going to say, Jose? Because I've won everything as well. There ain't many people that can do that, bro. So for Solskjaer and like his kid and that, oh my God, bro, that's going to end messy, because I don't understand how one of the biggest clubs on the planet is allowing all these people to open their mouth when you haven't won fuck all for 3 years, 4 years.
Solskjaer ain't won nothing really in his career. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean, like the arrogance, and the confidence that man has for someone that ain't achieved nothing in football is mad, bro.
Mate,
like, just be humble, bro.
You should go and win something, and then you open your mouth. And
100%.
This is where football fans fall into the same trap, though. Like Arsenal fans always run their mouth about Tottenham this, Tottenham that. Every time we play them at their ground, they beat us.
Yeah.
So it's like, seriously, they're above us, bruv. This is the worst washed-up manager in the world, apparently, with a shit team. Why are they above us then? Why are they in the cup final then? Yeah. And this is what I say. Like, Arsenal fans are the same as some of these football clubs now. So it's like the football clubs have basically manipulated in the fans into being this way. Yeah, because it's cool to have banter and all of that, maybe I'm just old, bruv, yeah? Because I used to love the banner. I used to love going into secondary school. Like, yeah, what? Arsene Wenger's a genius, bruv. Talk to me. Yeah, you can't say shit about Arsenal. We got Bergkamp, we got Emery. Yeah, now I'm sitting there like, why are we bantering when we're 9th? Yeah, go and win something, then we can banter. Maybe it's just my age now. I don't know, but that's my mentality with it now. Win a fucking trophy and then banter everyone. Yeah, don't banter anyone, and if you ain't winning nothing. But there 100%. You go.
100%, bro. I couldn't agree more, man. And yeah, man, big up everyone inside. You already know what it is. Footy Talk, we're always enjoying that. Make sure you smash the like, people. You know what I'm saying? Rants Reacts coming tomorrow, people. Yeah, bruv. You got your Mahrez coming this weekend, Lee, bruv. And Dennis Bergkamp as well.
Yeah, so come on, proper players, yeah.
So you're gonna enjoy it, bruv. The Bergkamp one, bro. Like, honestly, I've watched it back about 5 times. I don't even watch my Rants Reacts back, but the Bergkamp one's insane. So
he's a joke, man. He's the best player Arsenal have ever had.
Yeah, I agree, bruv. 100%. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that going up.
Some of the shit that guy could do with a football, mate. It's just like unbelievable, man. The one, I think it was Juve, where he spun round in like a circle. He's got 4 players around him.
Yeah, and played it with the outside of his foot, innit?
Yeah.
Outside of his foot. Yeah. It's all in there, bruv. Oh my days, bro.
When's that out?
Tomorrow, 11 a.m.
Yeah, sick. Yeah,
bruv, that ball there. Oh my days, bruv. I'm telling you, I remember that.
Joke, bruv. He's the only man to get goal of the month 1, 2, and 3. Literally, got all 3 spaces, first, second, and third, bruv.
Nah, bro.
He never scored a shit goal. The geezer was fucking brilliant, mate.
Yeah, dynamite.
Like when people want to talk about Mesut Ozil, yeah. Like Mesut Ozil was a good footballer. Don't get it twisted, yeah. We didn't see the best of him at Arsenal, but
Real Madrid did.
On the same planet as fucking Bergkamp, man. Bergkamp's like in a league of his own. Yeah, there's no. I've never seen a number 10 anywhere near his level. Yeah. He's just on a different planet, mate. What a footballer. Yeah, I was lucky that we see him for what 10 years at Arsenal.
Yeah,
mad.
Unbelievable, man. So yeah, I look forward to bringing all those to you lot this weekend, man. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to Lee Gunner's channel. The hyperlink is in the title as usual. What you got coming up this weekend anyway?
45.
You got a call-in show now, innit?
Yeah, bruv, that's lit. I can't lie. Some of the characters I've had on there, man. It's good though, man. It opens it up to the guys in the chat, innit? So 5 o'clock, 45 minutes from now, I'm doing the podcast.
Would you let them just jump in and they come live or something?
Yeah. Split screen like this. Yeah. And boom, straight in. Yeah. And they can be from any bruv. I had 2 guys from Eritrea the other day, bruv. I've never spoke to an Eritrean in my life. I had 2 in one night on the same thing. Yeah. Then I'd like Canada. There's some young lad called Dyer. Bruv, that kid had me in stitches, man. He's like 15. He's going, and I said, yeah. I said, you shouldn't be subscribed to me, you know. Yeah, I said, because I swear too much. He goes, yeah. He goes, my mum asks me who's that you're listening to. And listen to this. Yeah. He goes, it's Lee Gunner, the voice of facts. Bro, I was cracking up.
Yeah.
Funny, but this is the thing, like you don't see the faces because obviously they're just in the chat, innit? Yeah. And I thought there's nobody else doing it. I'm bored of doing watch along. So tonight I'm gonna do the podcast at 5. Then I'm going to watch Tottenham Everton. Straight after that, man, calling show for anyone who's watched the Tottenham Everton game tonight. Yeah, the link will be in the chat on that stream tonight. Yeah, I'll do 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Yeah, and I'll just get as many of you on as I can, one at a time, 90 seconds.
Sick.
Yeah, man, it's a good idea, man, and nobody does it, like I said. So yeah, should blow, man.
Enjoy that, bruv. That's what I'm saying, guys. It's good. You got loads of different things. Do you know what I mean? To look forward to. That's what I mean. I love doing the watch alongs, but honestly, like. I just like watching good football, innit? So you're going to see me doing loads of watch-alongs, loads of different teams, whatever. You know them ones. Like, I know man were like, oh, like I wasn't there for the United watch-along. But honestly, bruv, if it's a United game that I don't fancy watching, I'm not watching it. This ain't a Man United channel. You lot know that already. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm a United fan, but this is a football channel. Like, if United are playing away at Burnley, yeah, and Man City are playing Leeds, I'm watching the Leeds game.
Exactly.
You know them ones.
Brexit football up at Burnley, bruv. 0-0.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, like bro, like absolutely. That's how it's gonna be, guys. Like whatever the best game of the weekend is, you'll probably catch me watching it. Because United got knocked out the Champions League. Most of their games are on a Sunday, and my team play on a Sunday. So if I have to choose between coaching my team and watching the United game, I'm gonna be coaching my boys. So the chances are the watch along might not be United. It depends on what time they're playing.
Well, do you know what? Yeah, somebody said to me yesterday, like, why don't you just do the Europa League games? Like, and I was like, no, I ain't fancying any of them, if I'm honest. Like, and if we get to the final, I want to sit and watch it. Yeah, like when you do, you know what it's like when you're watching the game on a watch along, you're not 100% invested in watching that game. Yeah, because you're like reading the chat, you're talking, like, so you don't 100% watch it. I have to watch the games back, mate, the next day. Yeah, and then I think, oh shit, I didn't see that, or I didn't see that. Yeah, so like, I just 3 hours sitting on a watch along. Nah, not anymore, man. Can't be asked with that.
That's what I mean. What? Chelsea are playing City tomorrow? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's on BBC, man.
Was that FA Cup final?
Yeah, semi.
Oh, semi.
Yeah.
I did not even know that. You know what I'm saying? Saturday's normally my day off still, but you know what, bro? It might. You never know. It might run still. You know them, man. So we'll just have to see. But now I'm saying that's why I got the Rants Reacts in for the weekends, because Saturday's my only day off in the week usually. So we'll see, innit? If I'm not going to be doing a watch along on Sunday, then I might do one on Saturday. I'll do it one of the 2 days, innit? But yeah, I mean, I have to concentrate on my team, and my boys play on Sundays. So that's just what it is, people. You get me? That's why you got your Rants Reacts. They get you through the weekend, and then obviously there'll be watch alongs when there's decent games, and also when they don't overlap with my football. Do you know what I mean? So that's what we're doing, people. You just got to keep it fresh, bro. Know what I mean? I know a lot of people don't like change, but boy, I got locked in my house for 14 months. And you know what I mean? And I had to just flip and deal with it, bro. You have to adapt to change, you know?
Bro, that's the thing. Like, look, at the end of the day, there's 1,000,001 people doing the same fucking shit on YouTube, yeah? Like, watch along. Bro, if you type in watch along, it comes up with about 100 people on match day. Yeah? Fuck that, man. Yeah? Seriously, can't be asked with it. Yeah? And like I said, 3 hours sitting there, my eyes are drained by the time I come off of it. Then I do the fan cams, and then I'll do this, like, fucking player ratings with Kenny and stuff like that. And it's just too much, man. It's too much. I just can't be asked to sit there for 3 hours straight on camera. I'd rather actually relax, feet up on the sofa, and watch the game.
I hear you. And yo, the PLO one's already up, Matt. So you need to go look for it. Rants Reacts. The PLO one's already up. It's an absolute joke. Do you know what I mean? So make sure you go watch that. At the moment, I'll tell you what I've put out already, just so you know, blood. And then man can look. Where is it? Before man wraps up, I've got in Rants React so far. We've got Van der Beek, Rooney, Messi, Ronaldo, Jack Grealish, Charapt, R9, Hazard, Zidane, Pogba, Neymar, Ronaldinho. So Yaya Toure, Dimitri Payet, Pirlo, and Juan Riquelme. So you got Bear, bruv. You've got Bear to go through and watch. You know them ones there. So there's plenty in there for you to catch up.
Then we've got the two books tomorrow. Bergkamp and Mahrez.
You got Bergkamp Mahrez, yeah, coming this weekend, bruv. So you get me. So
that's gonna be sick, bruv.
It's lit, you know, like that. So you lot are gonna enjoy that, man. So big up everyone inside. You know what I mean? Smash up the like button. And yeah, man.